Hey everybody, it's Douglas from Project Fresh here, and there's nothing I like more than sharing new tools with my favorite people. So thank you for watching. Today I want to share a tool that it's not new, I mean relatively new. It's called Grain and it's a meeting transcriber. You might have used things like Read or Otter, but it recently launched a tool, and I don't know if those other platforms have this feature, but I had a meeting yesterday that blew my mind and I wanted to share it because I think it's super cool. So let's hop right in. First of all, what is Grain? Grain, basically, you hook it up to Zoom or Google Meet and it records all your meetings. You can choose to set them manually to record or, have them even automatically record. You can have them import from Zoom, all that kind of sorts of things. So that's great. It looks like, I'll show you. So my library, this is a meeting I had yesterday with a client. And what I did was discover just how awesome this was right here. Her name was Barbara. And so what it does is it gives you the notes of the meeting, the summary and key points. It's all sort of standard stuff at this point. The timeline, it kind of is nice. It gives you how much people were talking. In this case, it's good that I was talking less than my client. Any comments? When you're talking, a little box can pop up in Zoom and you can make comments and highlights as you go. In this case, I wasn't too worried about it, but it's great if you have action items that you want to make sure that you get to. That said, you can search the transcript really easily on the right-hand side. Of course, then you can share this with your client, which is really nice, and that's all stuff that's pretty standard. Another thing that they have is this coaching area, which I just thought was super duper cool. It gives you actually how much you talked and listened, how many filler words, talking speed, longest monologue, all that kind of stuff. And it gives you recommendations for you to actually get better at your coaching, which I just thought was so cool. Okay, but what I wanted to show you was something that I didn't even see before. I think it's kind of new, unless it was always hidden here, but I think I would have seen it. And it's this button, the custom AI notes. And I saw this yesterday. I usually, what I would do is take a big chunk of this, I put it into ChatGPT and pull out insights, things like that. But right now with this custom notes feature, you can click right on it and it will offer all sorts of prompts. Now these are pretty specific to business calls and they could be really helpful for you. But let me think of a prompt that I would like to add and I'm gonna then pause it for a sec and then I'll start recording again. Okay, so I've got who is Barbara's target audience. She had a lot of things to say, and throughout the conversation, we talked about her target audience. And so this is going to be an opportunity to actually ask it to search for that information throughout the transcript and put together a response. All right, so here it is. Barbara's target audience includes school administrators, educational and youth serving organizations. Now, this was not in an organized format like that. It pulled that out perfectly for me from various points throughout the conversation, which is incredibly helpful. And I asked a few questions like that. Some of them were in order, others were at other places in the meeting. But at this point, when I need to know a question, I can ask it right with this custom AI notes to put this together. So let's try another thing. All right, so I've asked it what are the problems that they're struggling with. So if you can tell, I'm putting together for her branding or her brand identity, who her target audience is, what they struggle with. And so first of all, it actually does talk about a little bit about Barbara's struggle, which is good. And I might want to actually, yeah. So, but here it does actually then talk about her own target audience. But I could also get a little more clear with the prompt. Let's see. All right, so now I put what are the problems is Barbara's target audience struggling with? It should figure that out. But I guess I said just they before, so it tried to be, you know, so it tried to say both Barbara's problems and the target audience. So in this case, she talks about the target audience for her website's primarily administrators in the education section. She also mentions that she wants to expand beyond just them. And she mentions that the school administrators receive a lot of emails. It can be harder to get their attention. She believes that nonprofits and businesses may be more nimble and open to working together. People haven't fully understand what they need. And so they're stuck in recurring patterns of unhealthy behavior with unfulfilled or disgruntled clients. They run the risk of being stuck in recurring patterns of unhealthy behavior with unfulfilled or disgruntled clients or employees. All right, so I had about 10 different questions that I was able to run through this as a first draft in very short amount of time and provide that as a service back to her, just basically organizing her thoughts into a first draft of an amazing amount of information for her target audience that she can use, she can refine. We can build that into the content for her website, into the landing pages, into the services, even into something that I'm building called a brand bot, which completely understands her brand, her target audience, her tone of voice, all her services and offerings, everything about her and her skills, and then actually create content based on that. So, but the first step is getting this really clear, all of this information, because once that's clear, you can really create content and solutions for your target audience that appeals to them, that attracts them to your services, and that hopefully gets you more business. So if you'd like to talk about any of that, how to use AI tools like Grain, how to talk about, or how to come to one of my webinars to learn about a brand bot and how awesome it can be for your brand, you can go to projectfresh.com and find all of that. You can also sign up for some of my free AI tools. I got some cool things on there. And otherwise, I also have in the YouTube description some links that you can find me at in other places. If you can't find that, again, they're at projectfresh.com. At the top, I have my social links. And I love talking about all this AI stuff. I would love to help you out. Just subscribe to my channel and set the little bell to turn it on, and you'll get notifications. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great, organized, and efficient day. All right, bye.